The Chinese man say then done with Jamaica. They are finished with Jamaica. Then they pack them bag and go away left Jamaica.
Hello everyone. Now, have you seen the Chinese people moving back to China from Jamaica? Now, it is really surprising because most people thought Chinese people will never leave Jamaica. Now, we don't know whatever is pushing them, so I wish we could watch this video together, then come back and have a quick discussion about the same. Now, it's really surprising. I never expected the Chinese people to leave Jamaica. Now, from the contractors, engineers, all these people are leaving Jamaica as SAP. Let's watch the video, then have a discussion.
The Chinese man say then done with Jamaica. They are finished with Jamaica. Then they pack them bag and go away left Jamaica. They don't want to have nothing to do with Jamaican people anymore. Then they pack up them businesses, them grandparents, everybody where they are Jamaica. Then they left everything. So, reading a news article in the Gleaner where they say the Chinese shun Jamaica. So I'm gonna say some of the direct things that they said in this news article. I don't agree with the title because Chinese can mean anything. They need to be more specific. But the Chinese businessmen and women of Jamaica that lives in Jamaica, that works in Jamaica, said then they left. They can't bother, then leaving. So the Chinese man that they were actually interviewing says while some business are still operating in Jamaica, they're investing in migration plans. So they're still working and collecting Jamaican dollars and selling the Jamaican people what their stuff, their products, and making money. But they're also having a backup plan. They're also getting all the money they can get from out the Jamaican people to migrate to somewhere else. The Chinese community is heavily targeted by criminals. They get robbed at gunpoint very often, hostage situation, and tied up at home. The Chinese had a meeting with JCF, and JCF is the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The superintendent relating to crime problems because they were on the verge of closing down all businesses in Jamaica. So the man that was being interviewed saying that the Chinese community is heavily targeted by criminals and they were on the verge of just giving up all their business and just closing everything down and leaving. And that's when they actually had a meeting with the superintendent about crime and violence in their community. And next, the Chinese said the Chinese Mr. or Mrs. Chin is disrespectful. Cultural differences with Jamaicans Jamaicans are more outgoing and enthusiastic. Most Chinese leave in the retirement age because they don't feel safe. They don't feel like the healthcare system is going to be beneficial to them in the long run, and there's no benefit to paying taxes. So they can pay taxes and they won't get any benefits when they retire, basically. And they don't feel welcomed. So let me put on this. I wrote down everything that I said. So the Chinese people say that they're done with Jamaica, they are left, they don't feel welcome, the cultural differences is affecting them and all these things. So hi, hello. Did the Jamaican people ask you to come to their country? That's the first question. Did we ask you to migrate from China, Japan, any Asian countries that you belong to, or even America? Did we ask you to come to our country and open up businesses in our country? No, we did not ask you to do that. So if you leave, you will leave at your own free will, because we never invited you in our country, and for real, we don't need you in our country at all. It's full time now. Jamaica stand up on their own 2 feet and start go back to farming yam and dashing and cassava and all these things, and start make these Chinese people feeding dog coat, dog, rat, cat, horse and all these things. Okay, so the Chinese people saying that their cultural difference is a big issue, and the older Chinese people are more stuck in their ways and they don't understand the Jamaican culture because we're more enthusiastic, we're more outgoing, and they're a bit more laid back, conservative. If you're going to a country and if you're going to be doing business in a country, it's up to you to change. It's up to you to adapt to that country so that your businesses will survive, so that you can make surplus of your business. It's not up to the people to change up and fix up for your benefit. No, you were the one that went to Jamaica. Now you're the one that needs to adapt. And if you Chinese people that are in Jamaica would actually integrate yourself in our communities, actually get to understand Jamaican people instead of having your little communities outside of the Jamaican community, having like a Chinese area and then you have like a Jamaica area. If it's migrated into the Jamaican areas and actually try to understand Jamaican people, maybe you guys would feel welcome. Maybe you guys wouldn't be targeted. And it's very wrong that criminals are targeting them. It's very, very wrong. Nobody should be targeted, especially if you have a business. That should be a benefit to a community if somebody opens a business in a specific community. So, my thoughts, the Chinese people need to integrate into the community, and if they want to feel more welcome, they need to understand that we have cultural differences and we're different people, and they're the one that's supposed to change and adapt when they come to our country, not us. And to the Jamaican people, to my Jamaican brothers and sisters, full time, it is full time that y'all start planting back on a cassava, start raising a hog, cow, and all these things, because these Chinese people are feeding you rat, cat, dog, horse, donkey, and all these things without you knowing, without your consent or your knowledge. So then they feed you all sorts of foolishness. They're fucking up your body, fucking up your digestive system. We have enough fucked up shit that goes through our digestive system every day. We don't need people to be falsely impersonating chicken and fish and all these things and giving it to us, okay? It's full time now. We start go back to old Jamaica, farming Jamaica, and stop depending on these people, because Jamaica depend on these Chinese people for their imported products. We need to be importing products out of Jamaica, not importing them back into Jamaica. We need to go back to the old days where importing food and stuff from Jamaica was a big business, okay? And honestly, the Chinese people talking about they don't feel welcome and they don't feel this and they don't feel that. Why are y'all still in Jamaica? Y'all are still making money. Y'all are still milking our communities for everything it has. So you talking about y'all leaving and you're making up migration plans is a bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry to say it, it's a bunch of bullshit, because if you guys didn't feel welcomed, if you guys felt like our cultural differences was such a big issue and it wasn't beneficial to you, y'all would have left a long time ago. So all that BS that you're talking about is all BS, because y'all have way more to gain being in Jamaica with your businesses than you have to lose, okay? Y'all make a lot of money out of the Jamaican communities each and every day, and y'all don't put any of it back into our communities. Y'all put it into your communities or send it back to your native land, to China. So what Jamaicans need to do is support people that is Jamaican, that putting back money into our communities, investing in our communities. And I don't know how many videos I have to say where Jamaican people need to start investing in their own. Chinese people talk about how them left and then they do this and they do that. If we were investing in our communities, making our own products, going back to the old days and farming and all these things, we wouldn't need any Chinese people to be in our country to provide any products at all, because we would still have our factories, we would still have manufacturing, and we would still be importing and making a lot of money importing products out of Jamaica. And that's what our people need to get back to. So that's my thoughts and opinions on this story. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and tell me in the comment section what you think about these Chinese people talking about them. I left Jamaica and they appear criminal, they target them, and the cultural difference. They don't like people call them Chinese, Mr. Chin and Mrs. Chin. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section, and tell me if you think Jamaica needs to go back to manufacturing and importing their own products, because that me say and that me mean. Anyway, I'm out of here.
Now, we all know that the Chinese people have been in Jamaica for quite some time, and their number has been increasing with time. Now, we have had those Chinese who have been in this country for almost 100 years, and we now even recognize them as Jamaicans. Now, this really has come as a surprise, because some of them are going back to their country. And did you know what? The rumors have it that they have finished whatever they came in to do. And we had a viral video of Donald Tapia, the US ambassador to Jamaica, claiming that a bigger percentage of the funds being used by Jamaicans have been tapped and are being recorded by the Chinese government. And he was really criticized by some Jamaicans and some head of states. Now, some other even claimed that it is a conflict of interest between US and China for Jamaica. Now, what do you know about this? Because China and Jamaica and US cannot fight for free. They are not fighting for your freedom or your democracy. They have their own interest. Now, in the recent days, Jamaicans have been seeing a large number of Chinese people moving from Jamaica back to their countries. And now some people have come out to say that no, it is because they are done with whatever they were doing. They have tapped in your phones. Now, most of the phones being used in Jamaica right now are from China. Now, we all know that some 10-15 years ago, most of the phones or the gadgets, the electronic gadgets that were being used in Jamaica were shipped from US. And that's why US is now feeling so sad, is feeling so angry and fueled that the Jamaican government is now preferring to work with the Chinese government rather than rather than the US. Now, as the number grows bigger of those Chinese people moving from Jamaica to China, now the US in the recent few months that passed really announced that the Jamaica as an island is not good for its people, and it really passed a warning through the Ministry of Tourism in its own country and Foreign Affairs that the Jamaican is a red flag to most of its tourists, and its people should not go there as tourists or as investors because of the insecurity and the political tension that is in that country. Now, we all know that might have been fueled because of they are feeling guilty. They are feeling like they have been left out by Jamaica, and Jamaica is now preferring to work with China. Now, every choice has consequences. We all know that, and we have seen all those countries that have aligned themselves to the US have always suffered tragically. We have had those that have tragedy of war. a never-ending war. We have so many other countries in Africa that have believed in their colonial masters, e.g. France, and we see them having war day and night. They have never seen peace for almost a decade or two, and this really talks a lot. Why are Chinese leaving Jamaica? Is it because America is coming back, or is it because they are done with whatever they were doing? Now, we have had Chinese people who live in Jamaica for so long, and we have had these visitors who come in Jamaica, and they carry along their country supremacy, because China is now fighting to be among the superpowers. China is the biggest economy in the world. If you didn't know, it is not US, it is China. They have the biggest economy, most stable economy in the whole world, and they have the biggest labor in the world. Just imagine a country like China having more than 1.9 billion people. It is true, I mean, right now as we talk. Now, this is a very big population, and they are trying to, as much as they can, to spread their population all over this world. Do you know how much it takes you to be a superpower in this current times we are living? It takes you a lot. Your culture must be all over, like the US culture is all over. All these are US superstars we know, the musicians. Which musician do you know from China? None. That's why they are working out so much, so that they can catch the attention of this world. Now, they have spread their population all over the place, but whatever nags a lot, whatever makes me angry, it's how their population has now been behaving. We have seen them in Africa. They even fight with the Africans. Now, they have no respect for the locals. We have seen them in China, in Jamaica. Those that have come as a result of maybe labor, or as a result of government to government talks, they have built so big luxury hotels that do not allow Africans to go in, or blacks in Jamaica to go in, or do not allow low class people to go in. It is so much a shame. It's a big shame to see that happen. And them moving from Jamaica to China, I don't know whatever is happening. Maybe I just don't know, because most people had these speculations that China is now taking over Jamaica. So let me know whatever you think of this video in the comment section. I love you guys. Out of all the groups of people in Jamaica, you are one. Never be separated. Let peace, harmony, peace, love, and harmony rule over you day and night. One love.